Hey guys, welcome back to the channel Underground Diecast, and today I'm going to talk about my 1/18th scale garage diorama. I'm going to give you a complete tour of the entire diorama. It has primarily two sections. One section is the garage itself, and the other section from here, if you can see, the outdoor section of the garage. I'll talk about it in detail later, but let me first focus on the first section of the diorama, which is the garage itself. It has two levels. The one level is the workshop, as you can see, and then the second level you have the access to the upper level, right? And then you go to the top section. This is primarily dedicated to the bikes and it's a repair shop. There are some workers working right now, doing some work, and I'm going to talk about everything in detail in this video, so don't worry if I'm skipping right now. I'm going to come and visit everything in detail for you to understand how I built it. So as you can see, this is my Bronco. Beautiful. Right. Okay, so let's get started. So before I start about the diorama itself, I want to talk about the building blocks or the modules of the diorama itself. So all the pieces of diorama are all movable, so including this section here. This is all movable. Everything, like, these are all movable pieces, as you can imagine, right? These figurines are obviously, they can be placed anywhere I want. So the basic principle I followed was that I want to be in a position where I can just keep reconfiguring my diorama as per my need in the time, right? So earlier the diorama had a slightly different layout. Now it has a different layout. I keep evolving and changing it, making things a little bit interesting over the period of time, and I wanted that to be the main guiding force for this diorama design, right? So one of the key elements I have utilized in this diorama is magnets, and I don't know if you can imagine magnets being used in a diorama, but I have used extensively. So here you can see the thing which I just said, the modularity aspect of things. So here is an example, right? I can just place it here and it just snaps, right? Cool, isn't it? I can even change. So these are all magnets. I can change whatever brand I want to put, whatever banner I want to put. These are all magnets. So essentially change the layout. Normally people just take a printout and just stick it on the wall, but then they can't change it. So I try to keep it modular. It takes a little bit more effort, but it's a long term. You're going to be very happy with what you've done. I just dropped my figure in here. Oops. All right. Okay, so that was one aspect of the diorama, modularity. Okay. Even the staircase is movable. I don't want to move it, but it's an independent piece. They are all like Lego pieces in a sense. They are all together, right? So coming back to the bottom section, on this side you can see that I have a 4-post lift. I have lowered the 4-post lift to get some repair work done on my BMW. Okay, so the BMW has some issues, so it has come to the shop, and all these gentlemen, they are actually from a Formula 1 crew and they are trying to get something done on this, just to give a feeling that some activity is going on in the garage, right? So that's what these guys are doing, having some fun. Okay, so that's one part of it. Then other part, if you look at the back end of the diorama, you'll see a lot of shelves done, right? So these shelves are done from the styrofoam sheets you can easily get from the dollar store or any craft store. You can easily get them, and you just cut them and stick them together, and they look like the shelving units, right? And they are pretty sturdy for small miniature items, as you can see. Then apart from that, I created a by hand. So let me do one thing. Let me get this hood retracted. Okay, and I'll talk about this tire rack. So you can buy these or you can make these, right? So I thought, why not make it up, right? So this is made up of wooden sticks. That's again, I got it from the hobby store or Diorama, I don't remember. But I just cut it up and used some glue, and then there you have it. It's a very nice looking tire rack. All these are 1/18 scale tires I've put from different broken cars I have, and they're pretty realistic looking. If you look at it from a particular angle, it adds a lot of character to the garage floor, right? You need tires all the time, so that's one aspect of it. The shelves I spoke already about. Then I built this small desk. So it was initially, I thought, why not have a work desk for doing something, but then I thought, why not use it to keep some stuff on it, right? So because it was a narrow one, so then I ended up using it as a place to put all the heavy stuff on it. Other than that, if you see these very cool looking, I don't know exactly what these are, but they are typically air compressors and some kind of battery jump starters, I guess. So these are all part of a GMP diecast garage set. I will talk about it in a dedicated video at a later stage. It's a very, very, very cool set, and it comes with this, as you can see, this trailer, then that air compressor thing, and then these pieces, and it comes with a lot of pieces, even these pieces over here, right? I'll have a dedicated video on that. But yeah, these small things make the diorama, it gives its character and charm, I would say. Other than, let's move forward. Then now we have another shelf. I have a engine, and then I have some trophies and helmets and some battery pack, and I don't know if you can see the battery pack here. That's the battery pack, and then there's a spare tire, and then some funnel, and I don't know if you can see the coffee mugs, and some miniature toys as well as a display, right, to make it look cool. And then here you can see I've hung up a bicycle. So that's really cool looking. So if you take pictures, it looks really ultra cool, right? So that is one thing. Then I also have a toolbox lying down on the floor, just like any garage floor. I mean, most of the times things are a little bit chaotic on the garage floor, so it's just trying to replicate that same situation over here. Then there are these two figures. The racer is trying to talk to the garage guy that, hey, please get the thing done, and he's thinking, oh, I'm thinking, supply chain issues, parts are not there, but we'll get it done. All right, let's keep moving. Okay, now this one piece, this big Coke machine, is not actually 1/18 scale, I have to be honest. It is one of my totally oversized pieces in the diorama, but you know what, it is so cool, I had to have it. It has some really cool features. I could talk about it for dedicated amount of time. Let me just give you a quick demonstration. I hope it works. It's actually did you hear that? So it's like a coin box musical machine. I will maybe I'll record a video. It opens up. It has, I don't know if you can see those circles. They are actually bottles, and the whole unit opens up, and it has a array of bottles in it. It's really cool. So I will maybe record a video for that, a dedicated one later when I get some time. So that is about it on the bottom section. And even if you see this whole white level, this entire thing is all movable. I think I spoke about it already, but just reiterating, it's all modular. Everything can be reconfigured and moved as I desire. So that is one of the guiding principles for the diorama design I made here. Okay, now let's talk about the upper section of the diorama. So as I said, there is a staircase. It's completely made up of, so this is a quarter round molding which I used for the stairs, and I flipped it, right? So here's an example. So this is the quarter round molding, right? And I just flipped it to make the stairs. So that's what you see there. Very I mean, whatever resources I had, try to utilize them to the maximum potential, right? So that's what we have to do to get things done. Okay, so once we go there, the stairs need a little bit work. Maybe they are a little bit rustic, but that's okay. So if I go up, this is the first level or second level. That's what we call in the US and Canada, I guess. In India, we have, this is actually the ground floor and this is the first floor, but in North America, they call this as the level 1 and this is the level 2. So I'll go with level 2 for now. So this is the level 2. Here you can see there is a nice display case. I got this, I remember, from Dollarama, I guess. I think it's for the jewelry stuff, like for ladies. They put their stuff in it, earrings and stuff. So I used it as a display shelf, and it has a very nice glass thing on it. So it looks pretty good for me, my use case. So that's it. So there are some, so these are Playmobil things, fire extinguishers. So they are not very realistic looking, but when you have a lot of realistic looking stuff and you put a couple of unrealistic looking things, it looks okay. So that's what I thought. Then we have these brooder figurines. They are doing some activity. They are not 118 scale either. They are, I think, 112 scale. They are a little bit bigger compared to the normal 118 scale. But okay, I use them. Whatever I have, I'm trying to utilize at best I can, as best as I can. Then let me show you. So this is the bike section of the diorama. Here you can see the bike laying on this trailer. Don't ask me how I got the trailer at the top. Okay, so this is diorama, so please be a little bit considerate. And guess who is this figure, right? So this is actually a mechanic, but actually in real life this is the Heisenberg from Breaking Bad. So this is the guy who made all the formula for all the nasty stuff. Okay, so okay. Then I built a oversized display rack for my Harley Davidson collection. So here you can see these are all the Harleys which I have displayed. So, and in the back also, if you see here, the background, what do you call that, brick texture thing. It's actually just a printout, and I've just stuck it on the thing, just to give a feel that it's a wall, right? So just trying to be cheeky here. I mean, to make a wall, realistic textured wall, it will take a lot of effort. People do that also, and it's a really fun activity to do to your diorama to make it more textured. But you know what, this gets the job done for me. I'm okay with it. I don't have too much time either to make such detailed textured walls, but this is good. Maybe sometime in the future I might think of some smart way of doing a textured wall later. Okay, talking about the walls, this wall, as you can see here, it's a little bit shiny. So this is actually a metal IKEA wall, which you can fix it on the wall to add some magnets or something like that. So just like I gave you an example of these magnets, all the magnets at the back over here, these are all magnets. Okay, they are all I took a printout, I stick it on the magnet sheet, I cut it into small pieces. It's all hand cut, so I don't know if you can see a little bit of rusticness in it, but they are all hand cut. They look perfect from the far, which is the intention, but they are all handmade magnetic pieces. I can change, reconfigure as I please, because the background, the wall itself is a magnet, not a magnet, sorry, it's a metal, and the magnet sticks to the steel metal iron thing. So that's about it on the lower and the upper level. Let me show you a sneak peek from a little bit further away. This is how the entire setup looks. I really like it. It is one of my favorite dioramas. I actually have two dioramas. One diorama I already spoke about, the garage, not the garage, the gas station and coffee shop diorama. If you haven't checked it out, please check it out. It's also a very cool diorama. It is just at the top, T models. So maybe if you get time, please come. Now let's talk about the second section. So outside this garage, so this garage has a door which opens up like this. This is actually, can you imagine this? This is actually a sushi roll. Okay, so I mean, who has the time to make a rolling stuff, right? So I use the sushi roll for this purpose. Works pretty good. I painted it with black color, and it looks pretty realistic, right? So from here I can see inside the garage. So this is the outside of the garage. This is like a hallway, kind of shady looking place. This is the place where all the stuff happens, I guess. Here you can actually see, and there is a light. That light is actually, I can change it. Okay, so it instantly gives a different kind of a personality to the whole space, the shade of the light. I have different options of the light, but I'll keep it white for now. Let me talk about this section now. So in the corner, as you can see, there's a nice telephone booth. It's actually a coin box, but it's British, so I had to have a British gentleman doing some phone call over there. Okay, then so one thing which came out, just let me show you. There is an electrical box. So speaking about modularity, okay, I don't know if you saw, but I just stuck it up back. So there you go. There's the electrical box over there, which supplies electricity to the garage and this section. Then we have this wall with a graffiti on it. It's just a printout. I just stick it up on top of the textured brick textured wall printout, so it looks pretty cool. And if I look at it from this angle, it looks like a very nice looking, very cool looking scene. I'll take a picture quickly, right? Then these are the things I built from popsicle sticks. They're used for transportation, right? So I just built it from popsicle sticks. Looks pretty cool. Then we have this nice this came with a set of diorama which has this figure and all that. So this so let me talk about this section, right? So this is like a building. It's like a gaming zone for kids. I don't know if you can see, these are, I guess these are the Naruto diorama set. I don't know the exact scale, but these are slightly smaller, but these I think are kids, so maybe they can pass along as 118 scale kids. So you can see they are playing video games and doing some activities. That's super cool. It's still work in progress. This section is a little bit rustic, it's not completely done. And then we have this gentleman dreaming or doing something, on the tires, leaning and thinking about life and so on and so forth. This construction worker is trying to climb that section, trying to make the kids run away or something like that. Then other than that, then we have this poster. As I said, modularity aspect. Even this guy is a magnet. I don't want to move it. Holding the camera and doing stuff is a little bit risky, so I'll just keep it there. But it's also a magnet. I can change and make it some other sign, right? Then let me come to the top. So here we have, this is the roof of the small building we have, and I have kept a lot of tires. Normally that's what happens, all the unwanted tires get dumped on the roofs. Somehow they end up there. And there you go. So this is how the entire outer section of the diorama looks pretty neat and cool to me. Let me get rid of the Sharpie here. I'll show you. I've placed a couple of trees just to split the two areas. So if you look at from here like this, now you can actually see how these two sections together look like. So they are pretty cool actually. So it took me quite a while, lots and lots of effort and hours, and it evolved in so many phases, and this is actually in its current form. I'm pretty sure it's going to keep evolving over a period of time. I'm going to keep changing things, evolving things, try to keep making it better. The advantage of this modular design is you can keep changing the layout, and you can keep adopting or evolving your design. In the future you can come back to the old design. It's all, your imagination is your limitation basically, right? So that's what I did. So here it is, final peak, and we are nearing the closure of the video. If you have any questions, comments, please let me know. I would be very happy to answer all of them if I can. Please be kind. If you find some obvious mistakes, do point them out. I'll try to improve them, but please be kind with your judgment. I'm not a full-time diorama creator. I do this as a hobby. I love doing it, and ever since I started collecting miniature diecast cars, I always wanted to have my own dioramas to display my cars in it. So if you are also on Facebook, I do have a Facebook fan page called Underground Diecast, the same name. Please go visit it, like, subscribe it. I keep posting my model car pictures on that regularly. If you want to build a similar diorama, please go ahead, use all the information I gave you free of, without any hesitation. A lot of times people say, this is my idea or whatever. Just go ahead, use it, enjoy, have fun, use the modular aspects or magnets, whatever makes your diorama complete and you get fun out of it, right? So enjoy, and that's it. Please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I'm going to keep building new dioramas. I am currently building a very, very cool diorama for the outdoors. So please stay tuned, and ciao, enjoy. All right, let me just take a small picture. Okay, bye, thank you.